Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, released in 1980 and directed by Irvin Kershner. So if you like this video guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button, like, and also let me know your thoughts on Empire Strikes Back and what is your favourite Star Wars movie. If you like this kind of stuff, I do like pop culture reviews and anything entertainment related, the TV shows, movies, comics, even going to dabble in a bit of gaming soon. So if you're into that kind of stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button and let me know if you've subscribed in the comments below. So Empire Strikes Back is my favourite Star Wars movie of all time and my favourite movie of all time in general. There's just so much to love in this movie. Like, you've got Luke Skywalker training to become a Jedi. You've got the Cloud City sequence with Han Solo, Princess Leia, Lando, Chewbacca, R2-D2, C-3PO, and also Darth Vader makes an appearance as well. You've got the fight between Luke and Vader, and also you have just like one of the biggest twists in cinema history, and I'm going to be talking about all of that in this review. The first act of this movie just lets you know how good the rest of the movie is going to be from now on, because the first act obviously is a Battle of Hoth, which is one of the most best battle sequences I've seen personally. I feel like it's aged very well, and you can just tell that the big AT-ATs were like mini figures. I don't mean like it's noticeable the figures, but I mean like you can tell it's all practical effects, and it just looks awesome because nothing in it looks bad. The only CGI I can really think of in these scenes is like the lasers and stuff, because the full Battle of Hoth is just awesome. And you see Luke realizing how to take it down, and he just turns around in the snow speeder and he takes it down that way, and then he has to get out once he crashes and actually use his lightsaber to get up to the inside the AT-AT. I thought it was just a well thought out sequence, and it done a good job of showing like the Empire versus the Rebels, but also focused solely on Luke, with showing how much he's learned with becoming a Jedi so far. And even like at the start of the Hoth sequence, when he's in the Wampa cave and you see him using the Force to try and get that lightsaber, and then the Wampa notices him, and as soon as he gets it, he chops the thing's arm off. I thought it was all just like a very well done sequence, because from that point on you knew where the Rebels and the Empire stood, and you knew how far along in Luke's training he actually was, and it's just a really great introduction to this film. Then obviously after the Battle of Hoth, Luke goes to Dagobah because he sees Obi-Wan while he's like passed out in the snow, tells him to go to Dagobah, so Luke makes his way there. And this is like the first time you meet Yoda in the entire saga, and it's just so funny because you don't know it is Yoda, and he tells Luke, yeah, I can take you, Yoda, and then he's just getting under Luke's nerves, and it's just so funny to see because he's just like tossing all of Luke's stuff around. You can just see how annoyed that Luke Skywalker's getting, and it's just such a funny sequence because I think it's like one of the one of the more comedic scenes in the entire saga, but it's not like humour shoved down your throat and not any of these forced jokes. It's just, it's humour, but it has a point in the story because it's Yoda testing Luke's patience, and then when Luke just keeps getting annoyed and annoyed at Yoda, like that's when Yoda says, "Oh, you've failed. You don't have enough patience and stuff." So I like that because it was a good bit of humour that played into the story very well, and it was just so funny to see. And Yoda's just getting under Luke's gears, but it is also a test to see whether he's ready to become a Jedi or not. And it's like a really cool thing they've put in the movie, and it's just such, I feel like that scene doesn't really get talked about as much, but I really enjoyed that bit because it makes you realise that Yoda is constantly testing Luke with everything he does, even if it is try to just annoy him. Then when Luke's getting trained on Dagobah, Han Solo, Leia, and the droids and Chewbacca go to Cloud City, but they get stuck in this big like monster like mouth thing. I didn't really think there's any point in this scene in the movie. It was just kind of felt like it was there to kill time. But while it was a kind of like pointless sequence, there was a lot of good character interactions between Han Solo and Leia, and it did develop their relationship a bit more. But I feel like the whole scene in general with Big Monster just didn't really have to be in the movie, because I do find myself getting a bit bored of that scene. Then obviously after this they go to Cloud City, they meet Lando, and then they find out that Lando was sold them out to the Empire. And I thought this was a very well done scene because you can tell that Lando really didn't want to do this. He had to do it to save the people of Cloud City. So it shows that he cares so much about Cloud City that he will betray his friends to try and protect everyone on it, because obviously Darth Vader is threatening him. I mean, Darth Vader threatens you, like you would just crumble. So I thought that was done very well. And when Lando and Han Solo met for the first time, I thought they done that really good as well, because it's established there's a history there, and you can tell there's a bit of tension between them, but the two of them are pals in the end. But there's like a good bit of tension which makes you think, should you trust Lando or not, because it seems like they've double crossed each other in the past. then when Luke, he's not finished training on Dagobah, but he senses that his friends are in danger when he's doing the handstand, and then Yoda's on like top of him and he falls down. Funny scene that you see that he makes a choice to go and save his friends, even though the Obi-Wan and Yoda are constantly trying to beg him no stay, because if you face Vader, you're not making it out of there alive. But that's what you think at first, but then later on you realise why they really don't want him to fight Vader this early on, because it gets to Bespin and obviously then he starts to fight Vader, and then when he's fighting Vader, this fight is my favourite lightsaber fight in this saga, because you can just tell that Vader always has the upper hand, and no matter what Luke does, nothing he does is helping him out. The only kind of thing Luke has over Vader in this fight is when Vader tries to like freeze him in carbonite, but he manages to get out in time. But you can tell in this entire fight sequence that Vader has the upper hand no matter what, and Luke is just trying and trying and trying. And then when Darth Vader tells Luke that he's his dad, you just see that Luke is like in agony at this idea. Like, it's as if like this hurt more than his hand getting cut off. And I thought it was such a well done fight scene, and it was such a well done reveal as well. And obviously, I would have loved to be in a cinema when everyone found us out for the first time. So I feel like the atmosphere would have been amazing. But it was such an amazing fight sequence, and it's my favourite lightsaber fight in any Star Wars movie ever. And then throughout the movie as well, you have a lot of great character interactions on top of this amazing story. Like, it's an awesome story, yeah, but the characters are what make it as well. Like, Han Solo, he's still the cool guy, he's still the guy you want to be, but he's evolved. He's not this like selfish smuggler anymore. He looks out for his friends a lot more. You've got Leia, she's learning more and more to become a leader in the Rebel Alliance, and it's great to see that, because she kind of she steps up a lot when she's on Cloud City, and she ends up taking a lead a lot. So it shows that she's basically ready to be a leader for the Rebel Alliance as well. And then watching Luke training to become a Jedi, it's just great. And then the interactions between all the characters is just really fun to watch as well, because the dialogue a lot of the time feels natural, and it feels like things real people would actually say, and you can feel like you would say this to your mates at points. So I thought that was done very well, and there's just a lot of great character interactions and a lot of funny moments in the movie between between a lot of the characters as well. So that is like my overall thoughts on Empire Strikes Back. It's an amazing movie. I would highly recommend checking it out. I'd imagine you've seen it already, but yeah, amazing movie. If I was to give it a rating, I would definitely give it an A plus times two, because it's just that great. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and also like the video and let me know what you thought of The Empire Strikes Back and what your favourite Star Wars movie is. It's always great to get a wee discussion going in the comments. And also be sure to check out my other videos if you haven't already. And like I said, I do a lot of nerdy content. So I do movies, I'm going to start doing TV shows and games, comics, Star Wars related things. So just, if you're into that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.